Hey guys, remember to like the video and hit subscribe. Eric Adams, this is the mayor of New York, who is under federal indictment, I think, right, for corruption charges. Well, September 2024, a series of investigations in Adams' administration emerged. On September 25th, Adams was indicted on federal charges of bribery, fraud, soliciting foreign campaign donations, and soliciting foreign campaign donations. On September 26th, the case was unsealed, revealing the 5 charges: bribery, conspiracy, fraud, and 2 counts of soliciting illegal foreign campaign donations. The allegations for which Adams was indicted began in 2014. He was receiving luxury travel and other benefits from people from Turkey. This included Adams pressuring the New York City Fire Department to open a Turkish consular building without a fire inspection. In order to cover up his misconduct, allegedly, Adams created and instructed others to make false paper trails indicating that he actually paid for these trips in full. He was arraigned in federal court on September 27th, but that's okay. He's good now. Thank God. Oh, nice. Is he doing that? Goes to the right?
Mr. Mayor, thank you very much for having us to Gracie Mansion.
Thank you. Thank you. Historical place, you know.
And you live here.
Yes, upstairs there's a residency, but, you know, I get back to Brooklyn from time to time, my place of love.
I kind of like this. I read through the indictment today on the way here. I read it the day it came out. I have no reason to suck up to you. I thought it was ridiculous. It was flimsier even than I remember. You were indicted for accepting upgraded flights, and for allowing the Turkish president to occupy his own building in Manhattan. The whole thing's crazy, actually, if you read it. What was your reaction when you found out you were being indicted?
Well, I know how I live my life. You know, former police officer. The one rule my staff will always tell you, he says all the time, follow the rules, follow law, follow law. And so when I heard of this investigation, I was like, what? You know, what could I have done that would cause what I was seeing? And then when I read it, I was like, where the bags of cash?
Well, that's what I thought.
You know, where were the...
Just a heads up, I don't know particularly which flights you're talking about, but like international flights can run you, if you go first class, can be in excess of 20 grand, depending upon what first class we're talking about. Some of them are known to be very luxurious. But I think that if you want to do first class, I think even from JFK to Heathrow, from New York City to London, I think those first class flights will be in excess of like 5 grand, right? What's the cheapest that you can do first class round trip from JFK to London? Dude, these are quite expensive flights. Like, it's not like, oh my God, you got like an $800 flight. If you're going all the way to like Dubai or all the way to Turkey, this is like 10, 20, 30 plus $1,000 flights. These are super, super. Turkish Airlines first class. Like, these aren't just like big seats sometimes. These will be like, this guy said don't do it. These will be like massive, massive first class. Like, I don't want to say suite. Somebody in chat said suite. I don't know how to say suite. I don't know for all the airlines. Oh damn, maybe Adams got scammed though. These people are saying. What are supposed to be the really nice ones? Is it the Dubai first class ones or the Japan first class ones? Oh, it might be these.
Today, I'm flying Emirates for 24 hours in their first-class suites, starting in London and flying for over 10,000 miles to the other side of the planet. So long that we'll be stopping in Dubai mid-route to stay in the world's tallest building. The next leg gets even better, where I'll fly in what I can only describe as a hotel room in the sky, priced at a mind-blowing $10,000. You'll be joining me every step of the way, from showering at 38,000 feet to hanging out in the onboard Sky Lounge, drinking vintage Dom. With that, let's pick up our story in London, England.
You know, there's secret stash somewhere. And what many people did not read, they saw the presentation that was given, and it was, you walk away with saying, oh my God, what did this guy do? But when you read it and you saw that I didn't open the consulate, I asked the FDNY, can you look into the inspection to get the inspection done? And so it's... So
just to be clear for people who haven't read the indictment, you are accused of being bribed by the Turkish government to allow the Turkish president or prime minister, pardon my not remembering,
to allow the consul general...
Consul general, my apologies.
...to get an inspection to determine if they could pass a fire inspection. And if they couldn't do it, you see in the indictment, I clearly stated, to manage the expectation if it couldn't be done.
So you get a call from the Turkish government and they say Turkish officials want to occupy their own consulate, which is being built in New York, hasn't received a fire inspection yet. You call FDNY and say, hey, can you the government wants to occupy their own building. I'm the mayor. Is another country, they want to occupy their own building. Can you go ahead and do the fire inspection? There's no evidence that the building was a fire trap or out of compliance with any fire regulation. Is this correct?
Exactly.
Right. So it's a weird thing to be indicted for.
No, and not only weird to be indicted for. When you look at being a former law enforcement person, pushing public safety, living your life a certain way, it was painful. It was extremely painful to go through this. Millions of dollars in legal bills, and just not being able to respond. The hardest part about this for me, anyone that's followed my career, they know I'm a straight fighter, and this is the first time in my life that you have to sit here and be punched on, and you have to allow your attorney to fight the fight. I know how to fight, and I like to fight to defend myself, and not being able to do that is hard as hell.
Well, the weird thing is, from the Washington perspective, where I'm from, is that you're under indictment for allowing foreign governments, Turkey, not North Korea, by the way, or Iran, but like a member of NATO, allowing them to upgrade your flights. Pretty much every member of Congress almost every single 535 House and Senate takes flights to other countries hosted by foreign governments and are given, in effect, tens of thousands of dollars of goods and services by those governments every single time. Upgrades, police protection, motorcades. No one's ever been indicted for that. That's less than what you did. Are you aware of that?
Yes, I am, and I believe that I have a great attorney, and I cannot tell you how there's a desire again of just want to push back on the narrative that has been put out there.
Yeah, I think anyone who reads the indictment will come away confused, and that's kind of why I was so anxious to talk to you. What was this? You're a Democrat, lifelong. You were mayor of the biggest city in the United States. It's an overwhelmingly Democrat city. You're one of the most important Democratic officials in the country. You were indicted by Joe Biden's Justice Department.
Eric Adams, the defendant, compounded his games from the straw contributions by using them to defraud New York City and steal public funds. New York City has a matching funds program that matches small dollar contributions from individual city residents with up to 8 times their amount in public funds to give New Yorkers a greater voice in elections. Adams' campaigns applied for matching funds based on known straw donations, fraudulently obtaining as much as $2,000 in public funds for each illegal contribution. Adams and those working at his direction falsely certified compliance with applicable campaign finance regulations, despite Adams' repeated acceptance of straw donations, relying on the concealed nature of these illegal contributions to falsely portray his campaign as law-abiding. As a result of those false certifications, Adams' 2021 mayoral campaign received more than $10 million in public funds. Jesus. In particular, a senior official in the Turkish diplomatic establishment, the Turkish official who facilitated many straw donations to Adams, also arranged for Adams and his companions to receive free or discounted travel on Turkey's national airline, the Turkish Airline, which is owed in significant part by the Turkish government to destinations including France, China, Sri Lanka, India, Hungary, and Turkey itself. In September 2021, the Turkish official told Eric Adams, the defendant, that it was his turn to repay the Turkish official by pressuring the New York City Fire Department, FDNY, to facilitate the opening of a new Turkish consular building, a 36-story skyscraper without a fire inspection in time for a high-profile visit by Turkey's president. At the time, the building would have failed an FDNY inspection in exchange for free travel and other travel-related bribes in 2021 and 2022 arranged by the Turkish official. Adams stayed as instructed because of Adams' pressure on the FDNY. The FDNY official responsible for the FDNY's assessment of the skyscraper's fire safety was told that he would lose his job if he failed to acquiesce, and after Adams intervened, the skyscraper opened as requested by the Turkish official. Now, to be fair, these are all just indictments, right? Maybe who knows what the actual court case would have turned out. I guess now nobody knows. This Was it Tom McDonald made a song about hitting his exes? Is this true?